RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Jack Schmidt Chevrolet, the #1 GM certified dealer in Southern Illinois. Olin Community Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Tycon Builders, 25 years of quality construction services. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
Welcome back to Public School Stadium. Doug Jenkins and Brent Berkland back with you here. The opening kickoff, teeing up Morgan Carroll for the Alton Redbirds, kicks it deep to Gabe Carpenter, number 6 for Edwardsville. He brings it back to about the 35-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will start with their orange helmets, the white jerseys, and white pants. Alton with the red jerseys, the gray pants, and those gray-silver helmets, too. Here at home, Coach Joe Hook and the Redbirds taking on Edwardsville. And the first play from scrimmage, bobbled by the quarterback, and then he is sacked. It may be credited as a sack. He may not got back to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback is number 8, Chase Westra, the junior, and Westra had a little trouble there right off the first play, Doug.
He did. Maybe the ball not quite as dry as he would like it to be. Maybe it's just a little bit colder than his hands are used to right now. In any case, they did get the ball back after a loss of about 1.
Second down and long, and it will be the shotgun again, and they'll snap it directly to the back, and right up the middle he goes, and he is gone to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, and touchdown. A direct snap to the running back, and it was Reggie Box, and the junior goes into the end zone, and he bobbled it a little bit in the backfield, but boy, he had a lot of room right up the middle, and 65 yards later, 11:15 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Tigers.
That was something Joe Hook talked about during our interviews during the day today about watching for the trick plays, the misdirections, and making sure you know who has the ball before you move.
Reggie Box goes all the way and really untouched. And now they'll try to tack on the extra point with kicker Sam Fink, number 1. He's a junior, and he's a right-footed kicker and gets ready to try to tack on the extra point. 45 seconds into the game. The kick is up and good, and the Redbirds allow the big play to start things off. A 65-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Tigers. Alton ball after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
To-do lists rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back live to Public School Stadium. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton, 7 o'clock hour, and we kick things off with a quick touchdown. Second play from scrimmage. The Tigers are on the board, and now they're kicking off just like that to the Redbirds. And they tee it up at their 40-yard line. It's grabbed at the 15-yard line, and they'll fake the reverse, and up the middle it goes. And the Redbirds with a nice return up to the 35, just like the Tigers returned it to the 35. It's Dorian Scruggs. Scruggs, the junior, 6-footer, and the little fake on the reverse, and he kept it.
Well, I tell you, he did a nice job of making some yardage out of what looked like it's going to be just a modest return, maybe even a no-return situation at all. Got a few yards, and the Redbirds have decent field position to try and come back with 7 of their own.
Double wing, double tight. and the fullback directly behind the quarterback here in the tight formation for the Redbirds. And they send a man in motion, and that man will get the football, and up the middle he goes, and almost 10 yards for the ball carrier, Corbin Newquist, a junior, and where's number 15? Give him about 9 yards. Newquist getting up, hobbling a bit, but that's because he lost his shoe. He doesn't want to step in ankle-deep water down there without a shoe.
I can't say I blame him. That's just a feeling that you can't get rid of once you get the shoe back on.
9 yards for Newquist. Devin Williams, the quarterback, he's a senior, 5'11", 165, and Williams still waiting for Newquist to get his shoe on after the huddle, and now the referee will call an equipment timeout, and he'll get his shoe back on. Jake Hook is the right tailback. The fullback lining up here, Taylor Vaughn. He's a senior, 5'10", 200-pounder. Now it looks like Newquist will come out of the game, and it'll be a new running back in, Aaron Walker. So Walker will be in there with Hook and Vaughn, too, behind Williams. 2 wingbacks and a fullback, and here we go now. We're ready for action. 10:20 to go. First quarter. They hand it to the first man through, and it's the fullback, Taylor Vaughn, busting through the middle for a couple of yards and a first down for big number 3, and it's a 1st and 10 out to the 46, maybe 47-yard line.
Let's credit Ben Coyle on the tackle that time, number 62 for the Edwardsville Tigers. For those of you listening in from Edwardsville High School, that's your tackler right there.
Orange and black of Edwardsville, the red and gray of Alton High, and Coach Joe Hook and the Redbirds still looking for that first win of the year, and behind quickly here tonight. Handoff goes to the left wingback, and over the 50, goes to the 49-yard line. Aaron Walker, number 12, working the right side, and he'll have a nice gain on first down. He's going to pick up about 4.5 to 5 yards.
Met by a host of Edwardsville players, and number 44, Ryan Knight, among them. Looks like the field position, or the field conditions, I should say, maybe the trick to Alton advancing the ball looks like they're playing with the hands that are dealt to them right now.
Right between the tackles so far, and it's 9:20 to go, first quarter. Handoff goes to number 3. That's the big fullback again, Taylor Vaughn, trying the right side again, and he's going to lean forward, and they may give him a couple of yards here. It's going to be 3rd down, and still about 3 or 4 more to go. 3 to go, it looks like.
About 3 yards to go, and again, Edwardsville, the defensive line right there to stop the Alton runner, but not before a modest game.
Last week, Edwardsville beat Granite City 34-6. They've also had games where they've scored 46, 56, and last week 34 points. This time the pitch goes to the right side. Newquist over the 45, and number 15, Newquist, close to a first down. They're going to mark it, looks like just short, maybe a half, less than a yard, it looks like. 4th down.
It's going to be very close. Josh Akers there on the stop, very animated after the stop. He thought that's a job well done. Indeed it was.
Well, that's going to be very short to go for a first down, and the Redbirds going to go for it. Nothing to lose with a record of 0-6, and they'll try to get half a yard here, it looks like. Williams under center. He's going to keep it, and he has plenty of yardage there for a first down, all the way down near the 41-yard line on a quick snap, and Devin Williams busting through the middle.
A 3-yard keep, or a 3-yard advance right there, and just like that, the Redbirds have another set of downs to work with. Nice job.
4 minutes into the game, 8 minutes left. First quarter, we're just underway. Again, we have CM and Mascuda coming up from Bethalto later on tonight. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But right now, Redbirds and the Edwardsville Tigers live on the Big Z. Williams going to be a double reverse, and the ball ends up in the hands of Jake Hook, number 5. Tried to turn the corner, but he could not do it, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it, as they tried the double reverse that time.
Double reverse looked like there was a little bit of a bump in the backfield between the two backs, and it wasn't quite as smooth a transition as what they might have liked. In any case, got back to the to the line of scrimmage, and they'll give it another shot.
Second down and 10. We're down to 7:07 to go, first quarter. Double wing, double tight again. Jay Cook here on the near side. Man in motion again. This time, Williams going to run outside, and it's a keeper. He had a pitch man, Newquist, but he's going to keep it himself, and the quarterback keeper is going to go all the way down to near the 34-yard line. So a nice gainer there, and it's going to be third and short, maybe just 2 or 3 to go.
Let's credit number 23, Christian Kellerman, with the stop that time, and as he threw his man to the ground, you could see him slide, and you can see how the field conditions are sloppy at best.
Lots and lots of rain in the Riverbend, that's for sure. It finally stopped raining, well, about 3 o'clock this afternoon, mid-afternoon, finally. Here's a pitch that goes to Newquist. He leans forward over the right side, and he may pick up a yard, but he's going to need another yard. It's going to be fourth down again, and time for Alton to try and convert on fourth down. They did a moment ago.
Indeed they did. It's still a little bit too far out to try for a field goal. If they were to rack one up right now, we'd be looking at better than 50 yards, so obviously you don't want to try that. And too little field left to try and punt it away. Like you said earlier, it's fourth down. Might as well give it a shot.
Looks like about a full yard this time from the 33-yard line of Edwardsville. Devin Williams under center, long count, and he will hand the ball off. Leaning forward, the fullback, and we'll see where they mark it. It's Taylor Vaughn, and we'll see maybe just back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 4th and 1, and they are short, and the Tigers are going to have the football as they turn it over, it appears.
They gave it a try, but just couldn't quite get the hole that they needed to blast through and pick up a yard or two. So ball's turned over to Edwardsville. They'll run their third play of the game.
Looked like a little slow developing there, even though it was 4th and 1, and even though it was just a simple handoff to the fullback and it didn't work. Maybe a half yard, maybe no gain at all, and the bottom line is it's Edwardsville ball now. So Redbirds back on defense, and we have 5:29 to go, first quarter. 7-0, Edwardsville on top after a 65-yard touchdown run to open the ball game. Second play from scrimmage, and now Edwardsville with a tight formation and a man in motion. They'll fake the handoff to the motion man and give it right up the middle, and this time only 1 yard for the ball carrier. And Edwardsville trying to move it again with Reggie Box, number 9. He's a 6-foot junior, and just 1 yard this time.
Andrew Moore, number 24 for the Redbirds, right there for the stop.
And he's normally in on a lot of plays. Been the defensive lineman of the week a couple of times from the Alton Knights of Columbus quarterback club. Edwardsville, second down and about 9. They're going to move right up the middle again and over the 40 to out near the 41-yard line. Goes the quarterback, Westra. He keeps it this time. Quarterback keepers for both teams here early on, too.
Xavier Triplett and Will Becker, number 13 and 77, respectively, for the Redbirds on the tackle there. Xavier Triplett, another name we call quite a bit during the course of the game.
Yeah, the leading tackler on defense for the Redbirds. He's a junior, 5'9", 170, but he can play the game. Now they snap it back to the quarterback, and he leans forward, tries the right side, has a first down, and maybe out over the 45 or just over their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
Picked up a little bit more than 5 yards on that play, and we'll re-rack for another set of downs.
1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Redbirds on the road next week. They'll be at Belleville West. And again, everybody looking up at East St. Louis again this year, 4-0 and leading the conference. Belleville East in second place, tied with O'Fallon right now. There's a fumble in the backfield, and it's pounced on by the Tigers back at the 44. They'll lose a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Looked like the Redbirds were sending a couple of men on a blitz, and I don't know if there's any flags on the far side of the field. Don't see any on this side. It was awful close. Looked like they timed it pretty good.
So 2nd and long after a loss of a couple back to their own 44-yard line. 3:30 to go, first quarter now. Clock ticking down with Edwardsville's second possession of the ball game. This time they'll snap it to the quarterback, and he's off to the races again to the right side and inside the 30 to the 34-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 as the quarterback took off right away on that shotgun play, and they're going to mark it, looks like, on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 in Alton territory now.
I tell you, the Tigers have done the direct snap a couple, 3 times now, and it's very difficult to pick up.
Sometimes you're just not sure who has the football for the Tigers, and we all know that with their offense. And now they try to break through, and breaking through, the Alton Redbirds with a nice play there, and sacking the quarterback, number 44, Trey Farrow, the sophomore. He's one of their leading tacklers, too, and Trey with a nice play there.
Trey also on the last tackle to save the touchdown along the far sideline.
Number 44, only a sophomore and a starting linebacker for Joe Hook.
Got some good talent coming up.
A lot of youngsters getting a lot of playing time. 2.5 minutes now to go. Now they'll try the reverse to number 33, breaking a couple of tackles to the 30-yard line. Goes Max Anderson, and he's only 5'5", number 33. Max going to gain about 5 yards, make it 3rd down and 5 now.
3rd and 5, Edwardsville moving it deliberately this time rather than the one big play as we saw in their opening drive.
2 minutes to go, first quarter. Live at Public School Stadium. Man in motion again. This time they snap it to the up man. The quarterback never got it. And they give it to Box, it appears, and number 9 down near the 26. Just short. 4th down and maybe 2 to go for a first.
And I'm sure they'll try and go for it here on 4th down. Xavier Triplett, one of the Redbird tacklers on that play.
4th down and maybe just a little less than 2 yards to go. Here we go again. Tigers going for it on 4th down. Give the ball to Westra. He leans forward inside the 25 to near the 24. That's going to be a 1st and 10 Tigers.
They're undoing the pile, unpeeling the players off the pile right now and moving the chains. So, Redbirds continue to try and figure out this crazy offense that the Tigers are throwing at them tonight.
You never know who's got the ball. In on that play, among other Redbirds, 78, Tyrone Stevenson, a senior, 6'3", 280. Defensive tackle. Man in motion again for the Edwardsville Tigers, and now flags fly. Like some motion there before the snap, and it is illegal procedure on the Tigers with 59 seconds to go. First quarter, and that's going to push the Tigers back 5, and it'll be 1st and 15. Back to the 29-yard line of Alton.
Alton Redbirds have a nice-sized crowd here tonight, and especially given the conditions that we're playing in with the cold temperatures, the wind, and still a little bit of moisture in the air.
They snap it back, and there's another penalty. In motion again, it appears. It is 5 more against the Tigers. 1st and 20 now. Back-to-back penalties for Edwardsville.
Interesting development. I wonder if this means that the Tigers are getting a little bit lax on their execution here in the last couple of moments of the first quarter, or maybe the refs have been tipped off to something that they didn't see earlier, and now they're watching it with the eagle eye.
So back to the 34-yard line now. The Redbirds 34. And we'll see how Edwardsville plays it here with head coach Mark Bliss. Last year their record 5-4. Did not make the playoffs. And they'll snap it back to Westra. He's looking over the middle, and it is nearly picked off by the Redbirds there. Good D. It was double coverage back there. The Redbirds were ready for that right down the middle, and boy, Anthony Brownlee, number 41, almost had a pick.
He had his hands on it. He was thinking about turning upfield and trying to get something out of it, but was not meant to be. Good coverage, though, by the Redbirds, and way to force the throw into double coverage.
Right down the middle of the field, and the 6-foot defensive back, senior Brownlee, made the play there, broke it up. 2nd down and 20. We'll see if the Tigers throw it again, or maybe it's back to the run. With just 20 seconds left in the first quarter, and they are going to run the football. The quarterback was trying to hand it off. A busted play, it appears, and he is going to be sacked. Triplet there again for the sack all the way back outside the 35 to about the 38. Looked like some miscommunication there.
It definitely did, and you know, with all the strange plays that Tigers throw at you, it looked like it was developing just like any other play, but it certainly wasn't. And the Tigers now look like they'll have at least 30 yards, well, around 30 yards to go to get a first down when we come back.
3rd and long when we come back. That's the end of the first quarter. Tigers lead the Redbirds here in Alton 7-0. Second quarter in a moment from Public School Stadium. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Supplier Pricing Plus at the East Side's newest and one of the largest Chevy dealerships, Jack Schmidt Chevy of Wood River, with 14 acres of selection and more selection. Now all with Supplier Pricing Plus. Save $8,165 on a new 09 half-ton Silverado. A new 09 Malibu LS, just $18,600. Hit the road with Jack Schmidt, with over 14 acres of service, selection, and savings.
Hit the road with Jack
Schmidt Chevy,
Jack Schmidt.
Wood River, Illinois.
When you use Tycon Builders for any project, no matter how big or small, they don't decide when the job is finished, you do. They won't even accept final payment for your project until you're 100% satisfied. Tycon Builders is a locally owned and operated company, so when they work on a home, they're working on the home of a neighbor, and they want to make sure their neighbors are happy. For home improvements, small or large, call Tycon Builders for a free estimate. 465-7335. Tycon Builders. Cross the bridge to quality.
Second quarter action now. Doug Jenkins and Brent Birkeland back with you. The snap bobbled by the quarterback on 3rd and 25, and he's going to be sacked again. By the time he picks up the football, Westra, he is met there by the Redbirds out to the 40-yard line. They're going to lose yardage again. The first down marker is down near the 15-yard line. So now they're at the Alton 40, and they're going to go for it on 4th and about 26, 27 to go.
Well, might as well give it a shot. I mean, you're up by 7 points, and you busted the big play before.
Now they're going to fake it, and they're going to punt it into the end zone, it looks like. It will go into the end zone. A little pooch punt by the quarterback, Westra. And on 4th and about 27, they boot it away, and the Redbirds will get it at their own 20-yard line on the touchback. So Alton's second possession. We'll see if they can move the football. Again, we are live at Public School Stadium. We are joined tonight by RiverBender.com, too, so you can check out our audio with their video tonight. John here with the crew, Dan, Chris, Val. So we thank them. They're getting shots from right on the field and up on the crow's nest above us here. Lots of good pictures from Public School Stadium. And the Redbirds have it at their own 20-yard line. Man in motion is Newquist. Williams back, hands the ball off to him, and over the 20, out near the 21, maybe 22-yard line, a gain of a couple.
Well, hopefully the Redbirds can turn that momentum that the Redbird defense was cooking for them and to put that on the offensive side and move the ball down the field, put a few points on the board.
2 possessions for each team now. 10:50 to go, second quarter. Both teams running some clock and running the football here in these wet field conditions at Public School Stadium and everywhere else around the River Bend and probably around the state. There's a late handoff. Williams hit, but boy, the ball carrier carrying Tigers out over the 30-yard line. A nice run up the middle for the Redbirds there, and I believe it was the big fullback, number 3, and it was Taylor Vaughn, and he had a nice run up the middle. Williams about to be sacked, handed the ball to Vaughn, and he's out over the 30.
Vaughn really showed some leg strength then. He just took about 3 or 4 Tigers with him there the last couple of yards of the play, including Andre Clerk, who is finally credited with tackle number 20 for the Tigers.
32-yard line for Alton. Redbirds, man in motion again. Williams going to hand it on the counter. It's going to go to the inside, and not much there. Maybe a yard, if that. And the Redbirds stacked up right there as
kind of a slow developing play, and it looked like Triplett may have got the carry there, normally on defense, but number 13 with the ball.
Well, it won't be long until we won't be able to see the numbers whatsoever on either side. They are really giving it their all here tonight.
Muddy down there, and you're right, we may not see numbers in the second half. We'll have to see about that.
We'll rely on our PA guy.
Exactly. The one and only George Depper. And over the 35-yard line and over the left side goes Triplett again on the carry. Triplett listed on the roster as just a defensive player only, but getting a couple of carries now. Out to the 36-yard line he goes. It's 3rd down and 6.
Well, we're late into the season, and Coach Joe Hook wants to see what he's got to work with for next year. Triplett getting the call several times. He's going to be he's a junior now, so he's going to be coming back for another year. For all intents and purposes, yeah, you might as well see if he can contribute on offense as well.
9 minutes to go, first half. We're in the second quarter here. Newquist in motion, but Williams will throw it. He has a man behind the defense, and he caught it. It's Triplett again. Triplett inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line. And there it is. Triplett again, this time a big catch from Williams.
Triplett had to slow down a little bit to time the catch. Otherwise, he would have been off for another 6 points. The Edwardsville defender, it was one-on-one, and Triplett, wow, what a great catch. What a great play by the Redbirds.
I've got about 47 yards on that pass play. Williams to Triplett and into the red zone. Go the Redbirds with 8:40 to go. First half, and what a play on 3rd and 6. 47 yards, and now they'll hand it to the big fullback. There goes Vaughn again. He's going to carry Tigers, and it took 3 or 4 Tigers to bring him down at about the 12-yard line.
Got him turning upfield. That's exactly what he did, and Redbirds are threatening right here as we get down into the second part of the second quarter.
Boy, it'd be nice if the Redbirds could tie it up right here, right now, get the home crowd into it, get some momentum, and we know all the troubles they've had scoring points and moving the ball on offense at times, and their highest point total for the year, 7 points in 4 different games. They need 7 right now to tie the game. Here's Williams to the outside. Thought about a pitch, I believe, but he kept it instead. He had a pitch man there, Jake Hook, but Williams with a keeper, and he's going to get down almost to the 10-yard line, just outside the 10-yard line, it looks like. 3rd down and about 3.5.
Moving the ball in small increments right now, that's all right. It's eating clock and moving the Redbirds closer to those elusive points.
And keep the ball away from that Edwardsville offense. Again, each team with just 2 possessions in this game. We're down to 7:15 to go, second quarter. Big 3rd down play here. 3rd and about 3.5, and the Alton Redbirds moved on the left side of the offensive line. They were jumping around, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
Nothing kills momentum like that yellow flag. So hopefully the Redbirds can regroup and put it together.
Well, now it's just outside the 15-yard line. The first down marker's about the 8-yard line. So we're going to call it 8 yards to go. And we'll see if the Redbirds can still convert on this 3rd down. 4 down territory likely here in the red zone. And Williams faking the handoff, looking for a man to pass it to. Throws it deep, but just over the head of Jake Hook, number 5. He was well covered. Couple of receivers out there, and Williams tried to pitch it over the head of the defense, but it's incomplete in the end zone.
Incomplete, but we're seeing that the Redbirds aren't afraid to go to the air tonight, and that may be their key to getting into the end zone.
So now it's 4th down, and the kicker, Morgan Caro, also a soccer player for the Alton Redbirds, going to tee it up here, as they're going to try for a 32-yard field goal, and Redbirds will try to get on the board this way. The snap is high, though, and Carroll's going to have to chase it. He is tackled outside the 30-yard line. A high snap, and Devin Williams had it really go right through his hands. It was up high, and he tried to reach for it, but it looked like it hit off of both of his hands and right on through.
Probably one of those fingertip deals. It was high, it was hot, and just couldn't quite handle it.
So we'll never know if that field goal would have been good and get the Redbirds on the board or not, because no kick at all. And so with 6:46 to go, first half, it remains 7-0 in favor of the Tigers.
Tigers back onto the field, and the tightly bunched offense will go back to work.
32-yard field goal, but a high snap. Now Edwardsville will run it, try the right side, and not going to pick up much there. Maybe just a couple of yards over the right side. Second down and about 8 to go.
Well, the Redbirds did a good job of reading the play that time. Several misdirections on the field, but they read it correctly and kept the damage to a minimum.
Boy, after that long pass play, it would have been nice to get some points, 3 or 7 or 6 or something, but Redbirds still scoreless in this game. 7-0 they trail. Now Edwardsville tries the left side, and over the 35-yard line, out near the 37 goes number 33. That's Anderson again. Max Anderson, number 33, makes it third down and short. Looks like about 2 more to go.
Let's call Nick Towner's number 63 for the Tigers on the tank. Or on the block, I should say.
7-0 Edwardsville. They scored on the second play from scrimmage, and it's been that way for a while now. It's the third possession now, the first half for the Tigers. And shotgun again. Westra, the quarterback, right up the middle for a first down. He needed 2, and he's going to get about 3 before he is wrestled down. Good defensive play there, but it's still going to cost the Redbirds defense a first down. Thompson with a big tackle there.
Duntavier Thompson in the right place to pick up the tackle. Chalk that one up for him. Where's number 30? He is also a junior. A lot of juniors we're calling their names tonight. Goes back to the point that we were trying to reinforce that there's a lot to work with for the next season.
Juniors up and down the roster. A couple of sophomores sprinkled in here at the varsity level. The wide receiver Kevin Wade is only a sophomore. Now over the left side, it's going to be Anderson again, and he's going to pop it over the 45 to about the 46. A gain of 5 on first down. Second down and 5, and we're under 5 minutes to go till halftime.
Will Becker chases him down for the Redbirds, number 77. Again, he is a junior. 6 foot tall, 170 pounds. Nice size young man playing for the Redbirds.
Game only about 30 minutes old, but we're down to 4:30 to go till halftime. Second quarter ticking away. Man in motion is Anderson. They snap it directly to a running back, and it is Box right up the middle down to the Alton 40-yard line. A big gainer there as he gained about 13 yards. They didn't snap it to the quarterback. There it is again.
Indeed it was. This time we were able to see it for what it was from the start of the play. The Redbirds got in there in plenty of time, but boy, he had a lot of momentum behind him.
And now 1st and 10, and they'll mark it actually at the 41-yard line of Alton. And Edwardsville ball as we dip under 4 minutes to go. Second quarter. Tigers looking for more, and the snap goes back, and over the right side it goes, and off to the races. Down near the 20-yard line goes the quarterback, Westra. He may be marked just outside the 20, but that's going to be another first down as they move the chains, and the Tigers get ready to move into the red zone.
Just had one man to beat. Tevin Causey was there to make the stop for the Redbirds. Otherwise, that would have been another 6 points more than likely.
Redbirds with some good play on defense from Causey, Thompson, and Triplett. We've called those 3 names again quite a bit tonight. They've played well the last few weeks. The defense has in general, really. Last week, 12-2 the final score again. This time a direct snap to Box, and number 9 right up the middle over right tackle. And he's into the red zone, and we'll see if they give him about 4 yards, so down to the 16-yard line.
Edwardsville, a whole host of Redbirds on the tackle that time.
Tigers football, 2nd down and 6. Westra in the shotgun, and he'll get it this time. Westra has it. He is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Bounces forward for maybe a couple to the 14-yard line. 3rd down, about 4 more to go.
Slowed him down just enough that he was able to be caught by a trio of Redbird players. Number 69, Mitch Cochran among them.
Edwardsville from the Alton 13.
3rd down and short. About 3 to go. Maybe 3.5. And again in the red zone for the orange and black. Tigers football. They'll snap it back up the middle and maybe just to the 11-yard line. 2 more yards for the quarterback. And again, it's great chase. Westra, the quarterback.
Westra trying to get a little bit more. Looks like we're going to be 4th and short
at the Alton 11.
About 1.5 yards, maybe closer to 2 yards still to go. So the Redbirds, if they can get a stop here, may go into the locker room down by only 7. 7-0 Edwardsville, but the Tigers driving again. Man in motion, snap back. The Tigers with a good push up the middle, and now breaking free. It's a touchdown for the Tigers. Over the left side, it's Westra in a bunch. A big battle there between the tackles, but he popped outside, and he has 6 more for Edwardsville.
Looked like it was going to be a no-gainer or a short gainer to start with, and then all of a sudden he just squirted right out of the pack and in for 6.
11-yard touchdown run, and the Tigers are on the board again. 2nd quarter touchdown with 1:38 to go till halftime. Tigers will try to snap and kick the extra point, make it 14-0 if they are successful. 13-0 Tigers, but here's the extra point. It's up and it's good. Edwardsville on the board again. 2 touchdowns, and they lead Alton High 14-0 now. After the high snap on the field goal at the other end for the Redbirds, the Tigers turn it into 7 points, and they lead it 14-0. Redbirds ball after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Life is busy, and that's a good thing. Olin Community Credit Union helps me keep up with convenient checking services like free online banking and bill pay, 5 area locations, and free ATMs. They even provide extra deposit insurance to keep my money safe and sound. I know I can count on them, and that helps me give 100% to the people who are counting on me. Call Olin Community Credit Union today or visit them online at olincreditunion.org. Trust me, you'll be glad you did.
If you haven't driven a Ford, drive one. You'll be surprised.
Drive green in the 09 Ford Focus. All new design, up to 35 miles per gallon, and it talks. Drive smart in the 09 Fusion, a Consumer Digest Best Buy. Drive safe in the Ford Escape, equipped with roll stability control and Ford's personal safety system. Drive quality in the 09 Edge, voted the most appealing midsize CUV by J.D. Power. Come in today and drive one. Roberts Motors, easy to get to, just off Highway 67 or Highway 3 in Alton.
With Doug Jenkins, Brent Birkeland back with you. Live coverage from Public School Stadium of the Alton Redbirds and the Edwardsville Tigers. And at halftime, our score 14, actually just before halftime, our score 14-0 now. Edwardsville back on the board, Doug.
Don't count at halftime yet. We still got a little bit to play, and the Redbirds certainly would like to spend this time wisely and try to get a few points on the board before they go in for the half.
High, short kick, and it looks like it's going to roll out of bounds. It will, so there go the flags flying, and Redbird's going to get good field position, so maybe they can do something here. 1:38 to go until halftime here at Public School Stadium, and the Redbirds will have the football. It's their 3rd possession now.
Air it out. That's all I got to say. Air it out often and see what it brings you.
It worked just a few minutes ago to triple it anyway.
Indeed it did. Maybe we can see a little bit of that magic captured once again before we go in for the half.
You know they're keeping their eyes on the super sophomore, Kevin Wade. He comes to the near side wearing number 8. Looks like it's man-to-man here, though, so maybe they can throw the ball Kevin's way. We'll see. Devin Williams in the shotgun, looking for Wade. He'll come to the near side, and it's going to be picked off. It's underthrown, and Edwardsville will return it down to the 20, inside the 15, and we also maybe have a flag back near the line of scrimmage. I just noticed that, but it is a pick for the Edwardsville Tigers as that ball was underthrown there. And we'll see. It looks like they're walking off some penalty yards against the Tigers, but we'll see what is called here.
Devin Williams showing hustle to get back over to the sideline to make the tackle and save the easy touchdown.
Well, now, a couple officials just now seeing the flag, and it's going to be illegal use of the hands, it looks like, and a legal block in the back. And that was after the interception, so Edwardsville will not be in the red zone. They'll be back out near the 37-yard line of Alton and Piers with 1:28 to go. But they were looking for Kevin Wade, and they wanted the long pass here to the near sideline, but just underthrown there.
Well, they had the best of intentions, and Wade was in single coverage, although the defense was catching up to the plan. But had the ball not been underthrown, Wade had a little bit of room to work with.
Now they'll snap it back to the quarterback. He'll hand the ball off. It goes to the far side, trying to turn the corner. He cannot. It's still a nice gain for number 6 there, Gabe Carpenter, a senior, 5'10 senior, and he's down to about the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards for Edwardsville.
I believe that was Taylor Vaughn, perhaps, on the tackle on the far side.
And so, 2nd down and 5 as we're at 1 minute to go until halftime. 1 minute. And they try it up the middle, and it's going to be a fumble, and it's picked up by the big man, number 3, Vaughn. He's rumbling over the 50, now down to the 40, to the 30-yard line. He's caught near the 20-yard line from behind. The ball squirting out, and the only man there to pick it up was Taylor Vaughn, the big linebacker and fullback for the Redbirds, and he was almost off to the races.
He was definitely making up some ground there on the far side, and did a nice juke move just before he got to midfield to elude one tackler, and that bought him an extra 30 yards.
Looks like he gained about 35 yards after picking up that fumble. And how about that? The Redbirds in business. 39 seconds to go, and they'll still try to get on the board before halftime. After throwing an interception one way, we have a turnover the other way as Edwardsville fumbles it back to the Redbirds.
They've had opportunity.
Man in motion, and Williams will fake it. Looking. Now he's going to take off, but sacked at the 25-yard line. 32 seconds to go, and Coach Joe Hook wants a timeout, and maybe telling Devin Williams, do not take a sack here. Throw it away if you can, because that's going to kill some clock. We're at 32 seconds left.
32 seconds left, a loss of about 2 yards, I would say. Not a devastating loss of yardage, but yes, as you mentioned, a loss of time on the clock.
Well, they're going to bring Kevin Wade back into the game, one of the receivers. Also, Dorian Scruggs. We know he's got good hands and a good receiver, too. So watch out for Wade, watch out for Scruggs, and we'll see how it goes here with 2nd down and 12. The Redbirds at the Edwardsville 25-yard line. Receivers left and right. On the right, it is Scruggs. On the left, it is Kevin Wade. Devin Williams up under center on 2nd down and 12 to go. 14-0 Tigers. Snap back, Williams looking right, now looking left, and he runs to the near side, and he'll run out of bounds, and they'll mark it at about the 21-yard line. 6 seconds off the clock. 3rd down, but now we're at 26 seconds left.
26 seconds to go, but got back to the original line of scrimmage. But they're going to have to do something shortly.
3rd down and about 8 to go. As he picked up about 4 on that scramble to the left. About the 22-yard line here for Alton, and we'll see how things go on 3rd down. 4-down territory again, you would think. Maybe a long field goal. It would be a 40-yard field goal on the wet turf here from where they are now, anyway. Williams back and landed to Newquist. Newquist trying the far side, inside the 20, but he's chased down there at about the 18-yard line, and the clock ticking away here. 13 seconds to go, now 10 seconds left. And on 4th down, they're going to call a timeout and maybe try a field goal. Let's see. Or maybe just air it out to the end zone on 4th down. But it's a timeout, Redbirds. Here's the situation. It's 4th down, so do or die. And they're at about the 17-yard line, so Coach Joe Hook talking it over here.
He is. What do you want to do if you're Joe Hook? Do you want to air it out one more time or try for the sure, easy 3, knowing that it's not a sure and easy 3?
No, there was a high snap a little bit ago on a field goal attempt. And we'll see what happens this time. I would think you would try to throw it to the goal line, throw it to the end zone here, 4th down, and maybe we get 6.
And, you know, even if nothing comes of it, you're still getting the ball to start off the second half of play.
Looks like they're going to mark it, again, 17, 18-yard line, 4th down, and the offense comes back on the field after the timeout. So it is do or die, and I would think it's going to be a shotgun situation for Devin Williams. He's going to have Scruggs out there, Triplett, and Wade. We'll see if they look to the right, look to the left. Williams up under center, actually. No shotgun. 4th down, and now timeout defense. Edwardsville will call a timeout, too, with still 5.3 seconds left till halftime, Doug, so we wait a little longer here.
We do wait a little bit longer as the defense wants to give the Redbirds something to think about, maybe think themselves right out of a play. So it's a handy little trick if you've got the timeouts to waste.
Well, Devin Williams really has a nice choice of receivers here. If you think about Triplett, who caught that big 47-yard pass earlier this quarter, Scruggs, Kevin Wade. So we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully they get the pass off and they get at least a chance to catch in the end zone. We'll see if that happens.
I'd be looking for Wade as much as possible. Nothing against the other receivers, but he is your youngest player out there who has been contributing on a regular basis, and you want to make sure that he has had plenty of touches and plenty of experience as you go into the latter half of this season to get ready for next year. And again, it goes back to getting experience in the young players' heads.
Here we go. 4th down, 5.3 seconds left till halftime. Redbirds will go for it all. Trailing 14-0, looking to Wade, and they throw it over the middle. Wade cannot get to it. It was beyond his reach. He had beaten a man or two, but he throws it toward the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete on 4th down, and that ends the first half. So, at halftime, our score at Public School Stadium favors Edwardsville. The Tigers shutting out the Redbirds 14-0. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Jack Schmidt Chevrolet, the #1 GM certified dealer in Southern Illinois. Olin Community Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Tycon Builders, 25 years of quality construction services. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
Tomorrow, the Marching 100 will travel to Metamora, Illinois, participate in the Metamora Parade and Field Invitational. Remaining competition dates for the Marching 100 are Saturday, October 17th with the Francis Howell Central Coliseum Classic in St. Charles, Missouri. Then the 100 will conclude their marching season on Saturday, October 24th at the Greater St. Louis Marching Band Competition held at the Edward Jones Dome in downtown St. Louis. Good luck, Marching 100.
If you haven't driven a Ford, drive one. You'll be surprised.
Drive green in the 09 Ford Focus. All new design, up to 35 miles per gallon, and it talks. Drive smart in the 09 Fusion, a Consumer Digest Best Buy. Drive safe in the Ford Escape, equipped with roll stability control and Ford's personal safety system. Drive quality in the 09 Edge, voted the most appealing midsize CUV by J.D. Power. Come in today and drive one. Roberts Motors, easy to get to, just off Highway 67 or Highway 3 in Alton.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
And we'll be underway in the third quarter here tonight. Edwardsville ball to start the second half, already leading 14-0. There's a squib kick right up the middle to about the 25-yard line. Edwardsville returning it to the 30, now out to the 40, out to the 41-yard line before finally he's knocked down. That's Reggie Box, and they kicked it to the wrong man, number 9, and he's out to the 41-yard line.
Jake Hook with the stop that time, and we'll get set for our first series of the second half. And Brent, looking at the field and thinking forward to tomorrow, looks like it's holding up fairly well as the Explorers will be on this field tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at 7, we have live coverage of that game, the Explorers and the Oilers, here on the Big Z. Tomorrow morning, Illinois' homecoming game. Illinois will kick off at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, so that means 10:30 a.m. for the pregame show. And this time it's the quarterback on a fake. He hands it off, or faked the handoff, and then right up the middle, and he almost went all the way. Over the 50, down to the Alton 35-yard line before he was caught from behind. Luckily, Thompson got him by the shoe tops.
Dantavier Thompson closing in on him. Made the diving stop. Had he not done that, had he not been able to wrap him up, that would have been another 6 points. And very much a deja vu type moment looking back to the first half.
Another possession for Edwardsville, and they almost went right up the middle, untouched again. It was the quarterback this time, Westra, and he makes it to the Redbirds' 35-yard line. Now they'll hand it off and try the middle again, and this time nothing doing, and looked like a fumble there, a late fumble. I'm not sure if the whistle had blown. The Redbirds come up with the ball. Yes, it is a turnover, and it's Alton football as the Redbirds go to the offensive side of the ball here.
And it was you that were saying a little bit earlier that the defense has really shone brightly this year. They just showed that right now.
And remember, they picked up that fumble when Taylor Vaughn rumbled about 35 yards in the first half. Now they pick up another fumble. And it's 1st and 10. They have it at their own 33-yard line. So let's see if the Redbirds can change the momentum of the game again, trailing 14-0. Double wing, double tight again with quarterback Devin Williams under center. He pitches it back, and Newquist wanted to throw it. He still wants to. Now he's going to keep it, and over the 35, knocked out at the 36-yard line. And just a couple of yards. Newquist looked like he wanted to pass that ball, and one of the players that went out in the pass pattern was the quarterback, Devin Williams.
A little bit of trickery and treachery on their own part for the Redbirds, so fight fire with fire, I say.
Redbirds have been outscored 196-30. 30 points on the year for Alton through the first 6 games, averaging 5 points per game, and now they hand the ball off. It goes to the fullback, Taylor Vaughn. He'll pick up a couple. Now a late flag comes in, too. Not sure if there was a face mask there or what, but flag flies in from the side judge there, and Gain of about a yard. 10.5 minutes to go, third quarter. And the penalty is going to be on the Edwardsville Tigers.
Edwardsville Tigers committing a mistake here early in the second half of play. That will give the Redbirds a little bit less ground that they have to go to get those sticks to move. Looks like about 3 yards to go, 4 yards to go.
5-yard penalty puts them at their own 41-yard line. 41-yard line. And last year at Edwardsville, the Redbirds and the Tigers played into overtime. 21-20. Edwardsville won it as the Tigers blocked an extra point by the Redbirds in overtime and took a 1-point victory away from Alton that night. Newquist, number 15, up near the first down marker, and we'll see if he picked up the 4 yards that he needed. If they mark it on the 44 or near the 45, it's going to be a first down, but it looks like they're going to mark it just short. Looks like third down and less than a yard to go.
Closer to a foot to go, probably.
And so they line it up on third and short with 9:33 to go, third quarter. And Devin Williams, quarterback keeper, he's over the 45, out near the 47, first and 10, Alton near midfield.
Got about 3 yards total on that play. A very nicely executed lunge by the entire offensive line, and they'll move the sticks and they'll get another shot.
And the clock rolls with 9:25 to go, third quarter. Clock ticking down again, and Alton trying to move down the field after picking up that fumble on a turnover. It's 4 possessions for each team in the game. That's been it. We're in the third quarter. 2 touchdowns for Edwardsville, and they lead it 14-0. Now a straight dive by the fullback, and it looks like Taylor Vaughn is going to be over the 50. Down to the Edwardsville 48. Nice little 5-yard pickup between the tackles.
Wasn't pretty, but it worked.
Second down and 5.
Right. You were mentioning earlier that we've got the Fighting Illini on the air tomorrow. For those who may not have been joining us during the week, the big story, I guess, coming out of Champaign is that Juice Williams will not get the start.
That's right. Eddie McGee will get the start. We'll see just how much he plays and what happens when they take on Michigan State tomorrow. Here's Newquist, a flag down, late flag there as he carries the ball inside the 45 for a first down to the 43, but it's all going to come back. Alton with a penalty, and that's going to push them back over the 50-yard line again, back into their own territory, and it may be holding.
We'll wait and see, and the referee does signal.
Holding, and they'll mark it from the spot of the foul at about the 48. So it's going to go back to about the 42-yard line. Their own 42. 8:24 now in the third quarter, and now, instead of an Alton first down, it's going to be second down and long. Second down and about 14 to go.
Air it out.
So you say again.
Indeed.
Devin Williams under center again. Puts a man in motion. It's the double reverse again, and coming to the near side, Newquist. He leans forward near the 50-yard line. He's going to have a nice pickup of about 6 or 7 yards, but it's third down.
Call it third down and about 7 yards to go thereabouts. 3rd and 7.
7 more to go as they need to get to the 44 of Edwardsville. And Alton at their own 49-yard line. 14-0 Tigers. They scored a touchdown in the first quarter, another in the second quarter. Now we're in the third period. Man in motion. Williams back to throw. Look out. The blitz is on, and he is sacked. Sacked back at his own 41-yard line. It's fourth down.
That was Rodney Coe providing the heat. Number 21 for the Edwardsville Tigers, 240 pounds, 6'3". And there you have it.
Yeah, Alton now needs to punt the ball away. Looked like they wanted to throw it on 3rd and 7, but it's a sack. Devin Williams from the blind side was taken down, and now it's punting time for the Redbirds. Punter back at his own 30-yard line. It'll be a low line drive kick that will roll inside the 40, down near the 33-yard line. Edwardsville ball, 1st and 10. And after the punt, Redbirds back on defense.
Couldn't tell for sure, but it looked like one of the men coming on the rush for Edwardsville may have gotten his fingertips on the ball. It did not look like one of the best kicks we've seen out of this kicker. But whatever the case may be, Edwardsville will start from about their 33-yard line.
And the Redbirds again back on defense. We're down to just 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Again, we're joined by RiverBender.com. Check out that website when you can, anytime, day or night, and you can check out any of the games that they've come to this year. There's a flag that flies on a long run for the Tigers again. Over the 50, over the 40, down inside the 40 to the 38, but it looks like it's going to come back. That may be a hold or a block in the back, and it is on Edwardsville. Tigers penalty, and that will bring back a long, long run for Edwardsville.
May have been a long, long run because of the infraction opening up something that wouldn't have been there normally. Notice that one of the Redbirds players was down next to the flag and took a little bit of time to get up and couldn't catch the number due to the mud. But he looks like he's walking it off.
Again, tomorrow night at 7, live play-by-play here on the Big Z, and it will be from right here at this public school stadium at West, up on State Street. It will be the Marquette Explorers against the East Alton Wood River Oilers. SCC football tomorrow night. Live here on the radio.
Marquette's putting together a decent season.
3-3 with 3 games to go. Edwardsville will snap it, and first down over again. They hand it off, nothing doing over the right side, maybe to the 30-yard line, and that's it. Redbirds had that one bottled up, and a good play up front for the Reds.
Redbirds starting to get better at reading the variety of plays that the Tigers are throwing at him.
Coach Joe Hook really liking what the Redbirds are doing on defense against the run. They've been able to stop the run quite a bit this year, more times than not. Defensive coordinator Al Womack and the rest of the Redbird staff may see a run again here. They hand the ball off, come to the near side, and the Tigers tripped up there. Nice play as 13 Triplet makes an open field tackle again on Anderson, who tried to get outside but caught at the 34-yard line.
I'll tell you, Anderson really had a head of steam as he was coming over towards this near sideline, but as you mentioned, number 13, Xavier Triplet, did a nice job of getting over there into position and making sure that that run didn't amount to much more than a couple of yards.
5 minutes to go, third quarter. Edwardsville with a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 9 to go. They need to get it out to about the 43. Flags fly, some motion before the snap. No, it's offsides, it looks like, on the Redbirds. Redbirds offsides this time, so they'll give them 5 free yards instead.
Something you definitely don't want to see, especially when the defense has been behaving as well as it has so far tonight.
And when it's 3rd and 9, you don't want to make it 3rd and short.
3rd and 4 for Edwardsville.
Just a little bit shy of 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Well, they signaled offsides, but now they're going to mark 5 off of Edwardsville.
Wow.
So it's going to go the other way, I guess. And the officials may be still not sure.
Well, if we get the word up here, we'll definitely pass it along.
It's either 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 14. 5 yards one way or 5 yards the other. It looks like it's against Edwardsville, so 3rd down and about 14 to go.
A 10-yard swing right there.
And so, Edwardsville moving on the offensive line again. The right side of the offensive line moving, and that'll cost them 5 more.
You know, we saw a little bit of this to close out the second quarter of play. And maybe it's just my perception, but it seems like once Edwardsville's got that first penalty against them, they get a little bit shaky. And yellows breed yellows is the phrase in motorsports. Well, we're seeing flags, yellow flags out there as well, penalty flags, and it seems like the penalties are breeding penalties at this point.
4:30 to go, third quarter. Now it's third down and about 19 to go. Still need to get out near the 44-yard line, and now the ball at their own 25-yard line. Whistles again, and too much time. Too much time for the Edwardsville offense as the play clock runs out now.
Three penalties in a row against the Edwardsville Tigers. And I'm thinking they're going to want to talk this over.
And maybe they got the timeout before the penalty here because I didn't see a yellow flag, so they are going to give them the timeout instead of the delay of game penalty. So, timeout Edwardsville. We'll take a break, too, here in the third quarter. It's still the Tigers, 14, the Redbirds, nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you use Tycon Builders for any project, no matter how big or small, they don't decide when the job is finished. You do. They won't even accept final payment for your project until you're 100% satisfied. Tycon Builders is a locally owned and operated company, so when they work on a home, they're working on the home of a neighbor, and they want to make sure their neighbors are happy. For home improvements, small or large, call Tycon Builders for a free estimate. 465-7335. Tycon Builders. Cross the bridge to quality.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Doug Jenkins and Brent Birkeland back with you. Timeout on the field, 4:17 to go, third quarter, and both teams huddling up with their coaches. And the coaches, tip of the cap to the Redbirds coaches this season. Head coach Joe Hook, along with Dave Copeland, Scott Drosty, Ron Fry, Brad Haug, Joe Hook Jr., Rob Nix, Steve Slater, and Al Womack. Also the statistician this year, Jason Hardesty, working hard as always. And here in the third quarter, we're at 14-0. Edwardsville with the lead, and they're going to throw it. And instead, they fake it and run it to the right side, and they have a first down and more. Over the 50, to the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. The Tigers fake out the defense again, fake the pass, they go with the run, and it's a 75-yard touchdown.
That's one way to come back from a series of penalties is to just stick it out there of the far side. A little misdirection, keep everybody off balance, and dead downfield.
75 yards. And with 4 minutes exactly on the third quarter clock, the Tigers score in every quarter, and they have another touchdown here in the third quarter, and they make it a score of 20-0, and now they try to tack on the extra point with the kicker, Sam Fink, number 1. And the snap back, the hold down, the kick is up, and it's good. The extra point makes it 21-0. The Tigers with another long touchdown run. They had a 65-yarder in the first quarter, a 75-yarder here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. It's 21-0 Tigers now. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. Weber Chevrolet's year-end clearance is underway, making now a great time to save money when you buy and when you drive. Through the end of the month, we are offering the highest sales incentives of the year. And no matter what you hear in the media, believe me, our financing is still as available and aggressive as it's ever been, if not more. Combine that with our great incentives and you have the lowest payments of the year. And that's just the start of the great values at Weber Chevrolet in Granite City, Illinois. Or check us out on the web at webergc.com.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Welcome back to Public School Stadium. Live coverage of the Alton Redbirds and the Edwardsville Tigers. Tigers 3rd and long, and they make it happen on a 75-yard touchdown run by Reggie Box again. And Box has a couple of touchdowns. Now a high, short kick. A fair catch called for there by Triplett at his own 33-yard line. It's Alton ball again. 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
An odd-looking kickoff, but I guess you can do that when you're up by 21 points, and looks like everything is going your way. But I got to tell you, the Redbirds defense, they've been adjusting well, but three times, the Tigers have gotten the best of them.
And the big play. You can't allow the big play, and that's happened tonight on a 65-yarder and a 75-yard touchdown. And Williams back to throw, looking for a screen. He throws it to the outside there, and it's incomplete as he was looking to the far side. And Dylan Johnson, and it's incomplete to the senior, number 7.
I think the Redbirds got a little lucky there. That was awful close to being a lateral.
Yes, it was. Behind the line of scrimmage, 3:54 remaining as Triplett comes on in place of Hook. So Triplett out there as one of the receivers, and we'll see if Devin puts it in the air again. Williams, the quarterback, under center. Double wing, double tight, 21-0 Tigers. And the blitz is on again, and there's Coe again. He sacks him at the 25-yard line, and Williams had nowhere to go again.
Coe came through nearly untouched, and it didn't take long for that one to develop.
And so it's 3rd and long.
3rd and very long.
17 to go. Redbirds with some personnel changes here. 3 players out, 3 new players in. Some wide receivers in all likelihood here. They may put the ball in the air. Some Dorian Scruggs, number 11, into the game. Kevin Wade, number 8. We'll see what happens on 3rd and 17. Williams back to throw, and he's hit from behind, loses the football, and they're going to say that his arm was coming forward. That's an incomplete pass. It appears it's going to be the call there on the sack, as his arm was coming forward maybe. 4th down.
Well, the Redbirds did catch a break if that is, in fact, the case.
Or maybe he's just marked down. The whistle blows as no fumble is called there. Instead, it's going to be a punt by Newquist, number 15. 2:30 to go, 3rd quarter. And Newquist punts it away. Short kick, and it's going to go to the Redbirds bench. It is a very short kick that doesn't make it anywhere near midfield. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line of Alton.
Net pickup of 10 or less, I believe.
That's about right. Maybe 15. And Edwardsville ball, 1st and 10 with 2:18 to go.
Looked like Edwardsville may have gotten a hand on that.
Edwardsville ball, 1st and 10 at the Alton 35.
Tigers 35 yards away from pay dirt once again.
Pay mud.
Pay mud. No dirt to be found, right?
No. Found a lot of mud, though.
A lot of rain means a lot of mud, and the field's showing it. Not a whole lot of green. The snap back and the run to the near side. Going to be down to the 31-yard line. Number 24, looks like a new ball carrier there, Eric Vineyard. senior, 5'6", gains about 4.
Xavier Triplett, we'll call his name again on the tackle.
Lucky number 13.
Indeed it is.
Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Tigers football, and at 1:45 remaining in the third quarter. They'll snap it back. It's a direct snap to Box. It looks like he's right up the middle for a couple of yards, inside the 30 to the 29, maybe 28-yard line.
Gain of 3 for Edwardsville.
And the Tigers now with a third down, third and about 4.
The Alton 29.
Looks like Joe Hook's going to send in a couple of new players. At least it looks like they're new tonight. Their uniforms are squeaky clean.
Not as muddy as some others.
Exactly. It's all relative.
And there's a snap back to Westra, the quarterback, and he is hit hard once, twice. He keeps his feet going and keeps moving forward, though, and he's going to be closer than he should have been to a first down there. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. Should have been about 4th and 3. He's down near the 26-yard line of Alton.
4th and 1.
No, the clock is running right now. We're down to about 40 seconds to go in this half.
Or in this quarter. Maybe the last play of the third quarter coming up here. We shall see. 28 seconds as they snap it back on 4th down and try the near side, and breaking away again to the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown on 4th and 1. It's a touchdown for the Edwardsville Tigers, and number 33, Max Anderson, trying the left side, and he scores.
Another one of those plays where you just have a little bit of trouble figuring out who's got the ball, especially if you're down there at eye level. It's got to be incredibly difficult to pick it up. And Edwardsville capitalizes once again on their well-rehearsed plays.
They score at the 4-minute mark, and then they score here with 20 seconds left in the third quarter, and so they make it 27-0. The extra point, it's a high snap, and the kicker will jump on it, and now the Redbirds will get ready to jump on it back to the 30-yard line. So the extra point no good. A high snap goes through the hands of the holder, and that's going to be the end of that play, and it's going to be a kickoff for the Tigers to the Redbirds when we come back. 27-0 now. Tigers lead Alton High. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To-do list rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Supplier Pricing Plus at the East Side's newest and one of the largest Chevy dealerships, Jack Schmidt Chevy of Wood River, with 14 acres of selection and more selection. Now all with Supplier Pricing Plus. Save $8,165 on a new 09 half-ton Silverado. A new 09 Malibu LS, just $18,600. Hit the road with Jack Schmidt, with over 14 acres of service, selection, and savings. Hit the road with Jack Schmidt Chevy, Wood River, Illinois.
Tigers and Redbirds, welcome back to more play-by-play, more football from the Southwestern Conference, and Edwardsville well on their way to a 5-2 record as they lead here at Alton High. At West, 27-0 our score now. 14-0 at halftime, but 2 more touchdowns here in the third quarter for the Tigers.
Tigers capitalized on a couple of lapses in concentration, perhaps. The Redbirds are an extremely well-coached defensive unit. It takes a moment of trying to figure out where the Tigers are putting the snap of the football. And that has just got me flustered up here. I can't imagine what it's doing to the guys who are actually having to deal with it down there on the field.
27-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Redbirds, of course, winless on the season, 0-6.
we're getting ready for the fourth quarter after this play right here. Alton will run it up the middle, and Vaughn spinning free, and he has a first down. A big 12-yard pickup for the big fullback number 3, Taylor Vaughn.
Taylor Vaughn with a very nice spin move right up the middle and move the chains. Will we get one more play in? 14.2 on the clock at the moment.
Taylor Vaughn, 5'10", 200-pounder, tiptoeing through the line there. Some nice dance steps to finish out the third quarter. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment from Public School Stadium. Edwardsville 27, Alton nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Life is busy, and that's a good thing. Olin Community Credit Union helps me keep up with convenient checking services like free online banking and bill pay, 5 area locations, and free ATMs. They even provide extra deposit insurance to keep my money safe and sound. I know I can count on them, and that helps me give 100% to the people who are counting on me. Call Olin Community Credit Union today or visit them online at olincreditunion.org. Trust me, you'll be glad you did.
If you haven't driven a Ford, drive one. You'll be surprised.
Drive green in the 09 Ford Focus. All new design, up to 35 miles per gallon, and it talks. Drive smart in the 09 Fusion, a Consumer Digest Best Buy. Drive safe in the Ford Escape, equipped with roll stability control and Ford's personal safety system. Drive quality in the 09 Edge, voted the most appealing midsize CUV by J.D. Power. Come in today and drive one. Roberts Motors, easy to get to, just off Highway 67 or Highway 3 in Alton.
12 minutes left in the game now. We go to the fourth quarter. Doug Jenkins and Brent Birkeland back with you here. Game 1 of our Friday night doubleheader. And Alton ball here and down 27-0. You still hope the Redbirds have some points and have some offense left in them here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, don't go home with another goose egg on the scoreboard. Put some points on the board and get a little bit of something to work with over the next week.
Just 30 points on the season. Now a hook and ladders. They throw it outside and then pitch it to, looks like it might be, I'm not sure who's out there that got the pitch, but that was a nice play. And the Redbirds make it happen over the 50 to the 38-yard line. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds. I guess it's going to be right on the 40.
Yeah, right on the 40-yard line. Waiting to get the official confirmation on who that was.
I thought it was Scruggs at the end of the play, but could have been number 11, Dorian Scruggs, who got the pitch after the completed pass. So, Edwardsville 40-yard line now for Alton. Man in motion is Hook. Williams still has it as he fakes the handoff, and then he is sacked. He will lose a yard or two, second down.
Second down, but a nice play on that play before by the Redbirds offense. And again, flashes of brilliance, but you got to put it all together.
Play after play after play and be consistent with it, especially on offense. And with 11:20 to go in the game, it's 27-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Mascoutah and CM coming up later on tonight. That game from Bethalto this evening. Coming up at the 9 o'clock hour, we'll get to that ball game. Second down and about 12 to go. They need to get to the 30 for a first down. The ball at the 42-yard line. They'll pitch it back and it'll be the reverse, and they'll try to come to the near side. Nothing doing there, as Newquist handed it off to Wade, and Kevin Wade had no room at all there. He lost another yard.
The potential was there. He had a little bit of running room had he been able to make one cut. However, the Edwardsville Tigers read that well.
Third and 13.
So now third and about 13 to go, with 10 and a half minutes to go. Redbirds with 2 games left. They'll be at Belleville West next week, and then home against O'Fallon in week number 9.
The last 2 games of the season are not going to be any easier than the first 6.
There's Williams, sacked at the 50-yard line. He's sacked again. It's going to be 4th and long. And call it 4th and 20 now. They'll have to punt it to Edwardsville again. the end of this ball game, and I don't know if stamina is going to come into play here with the field conditions being as it is, but it's got to be wearing on your nerves right now, having to try and get your footing and get the ball cleanly and just really work with less than ideal conditions out there right now.
And the punter gets ready, and that's Newquist again. He booms one away from the return man this time, and inside the 20, it's going to roll dead at about the 18-yard line. And Tigers inside their own 20 here to start things off, and maybe, just maybe, the Redbirds can get another turnover. They picked up a couple of fumbles here tonight, but still, again, no points, and now an injured Redbird on the field. So athletic trainer Andy Renner on his way across the field to check things out over there.
Can't quite get a number on the injured Redbird over there, so we're not speculating.
9:19 to go. We'll take a break, though, at Public School Stadium with our score. Tigers 27, Redbirds nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
When you use Tycon Builders for any project, no matter how big or small, they don't decide when the job is finished, you do. They won't even accept final payment for your project until you're 100% satisfied. Tycon Builders is a locally owned and operated company, so when they work on a home, they're working on the home of a neighbor, and they want to make sure their neighbors are happy. For home improvements, small or large, call Tycon Builders for a free estimate. 465-7335. Tycon Builders. Cross the bridge to quality.
Welcome back to more Alton Redbirds football here on a Friday night. Doug and Brent back with you here, and this fourth quarter continues with just over 9 minutes to go, and the injured Redbird coming to the near sideline, and maybe a leg injury of some sort, maybe a cramp, maybe not. Looks like it's big number 86, and that would be Matt Kohler Jr., 6'3" junior. And Westra, the quarterback, with a keeper, and it's going to be a gain of a couple out to about the 18-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go, and only 18 yards to go for another score. That's the sound of me doing math in my head.
Is that what that sound was?
Yes.
Edwardsville Tigers football, 8:45 to go. They're going to run up the middle, and they've liked to run between the tackles here tonight, and they're over the 20 to the 23, a gain of 5. The quarterback handing the ball off with 8:30 remaining in the game. It's 3rd down and about 4 to go now.
3rd down and 4. So if the Redbirds could stop them here on this drive,
get good field position.
And air it out. Air it out is the key.
There we go again.
Air it out is key. Right. Got to get some points on the board. Something to work for over the next week.
8 minutes to go in the game. And the handoff. The ball is on the turf. Fumble, but the Tigers are going to pick it up inside their own 20. And the ball was loose again for the Redbirds, but not able to pick it up there. Instead, the Tigers have it, but it's 4th down and 9 on the loss.
4th down and 9. That'll bring on the punting unit for Edwardsville. Of course, you never know exactly what Edwardsville is going to do whenever they snap the ball. It could be another fake. It could be to the up man. You got to watch those guys. They're tricky.
The tricky Tigers.
Indeed.
7:27 to go. Redbirds should get good field position here. We'll see. Almost a block punt.
It's a very strange formation on special teams by the Tigers.
They'll down it at the 45-yard line of Edwardsville. So Alton in Edwardsville territory. They'll start at the 45-yard line. So this will be interesting to see what the offense can do. Here's another bad sign. 13 limping off the field. That's Triplett. with some sort of leg injury, and Andy Renner will have to take a look at him too.
It looks like he's walking it off, or at least trying to right now, trying to tough it out. As you said, the Redbirds will be starting in Edwardsville territory. Not their best starting position of the night, but not bad at all.
45 yards away from hay dirt, hay mud. We'll see what happens. Williams back. He's going to roll to his right. Thought about pitching it, but instead he dives forward about 3 or 4 yards. They may give him the 41-yard line here. 2nd and 6.
Decent pickup. The clock continues to run. We're right at 7 minutes to play in the game right now.
2nd and 6.
Alton down to the 41-yard line, and again, under 7 minutes to go in the game. I believe the Redbirds with only about 6 possessions, maybe 7 in the entire ball game. 3 in the first half, 3 in the second half. And time clicking away again as the Tigers run it between the tackles right over center, and a couple of yards there to the 37-yard line when they unpile it. Number 3, that's the fullback, Taylor Vaughn again.
Speaking of time ticking away with the early Illini game tomorrow, we're on a shortened schedule for the Saturday morning comedy show tomorrow morning. The garage sale goes at 8. What's Your Bid at 9 o'clock, and then an abbreviated version of Sports Talk at 10 o'clock until 10:30.
That's all coming your way tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, to kick off the weekend. We'll kick it off with some Friday night football, though. Don't forget CM and Mascuda coming up. Here comes a pass to the near side, and hit hard after the completion. Williams to Johnson, but it's only good for a yard.
Let's credit Sean Kesey, number 30 with that. That's the best number I can make out with all the mud on it down there. So Kesey gets credit for that one tonight.
Sounds good to me. 4th and 1 now.
We'll ask our statistician to verify that.
5:20 to go. Redbirds going on 4th down. They've done that a handful of times. 4th and short. They've been able to get it with the quarterback keeper. This time Williams may have mishandled the snap. He's still trying to lean forward, and I don't think he's going to make it to the 35-yard line on 4th down, and that means change of possession, and that means Tigers football with 5 minutes to go.
With 5 minutes to go, and ball on the 35-yard line. Tigers definitely have time to put another score on the board, but would they be satisfied just to bang some time off the clock?
A couple of first downs, that's all they're looking for, and maybe kill the last 5 minutes off the clock here. We shall see. Edwardsville ball once again. Snap back, direct snap goes to number 7. Looks like no gain this time. Mason McBride, maybe the backup quarterback, number 7.
I would suspect a lot of backups are coming into the game for the Tigers right now. Give the starters a rest, and you haven't injured anybody yet tonight on a field that's less than ideal, so you don't want to risk your starters at this point in the game where it would appear to be well in hand.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Hi, George Weber. Weber Chevrolet's year-end clearance is underway, making now a great time to save money when you buy and when you drive. Through the end of the month, we are offering the highest sales incentives of the year. And no matter what you hear in the media, believe me, our financing is still as available and aggressive as it's ever been, if not more. Combine that with our great incentives and you have the lowest payments of the year. And that's just the start of the great values at Weber Chevrolet in Granite City, Illinois. Or check us out on the web at webergc.com.
4 touchdowns on the night for the Tigers. Box with 2 touchdowns, a 65-yarder and a 75-yarder. Westra, the quarterback, with a touchdown, and also Max Andreessen. Andreessen, number 33, with a touchdown too. And 27-0 our score in favor of the Tigers, who run it up the middle again over the 40 to the 42-yard line. 4 minutes left in the game, and it's 3rd down now. 3rd and 4 for Edwardsville.
3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
3rd and 4, and indeed the clock continues to work its way down towards the 4-minute mark.
Redbirds may get the ball right back again here with a stop. We'll see on 3rd down. Redbirds have been shut out once this year. And now behind the line of scrimmage, the ball carrier has nowhere to go and lose about 5 yards as they tried another trick play, but Gabe Carpenter had nowhere to go, number 6 for Edwardsville.
About 5 Redbirds were right there on the stop. And if you can think back about 20 years ago to the video arcade, there was a game called Cyberball. And there was this one play where everyone in the backfield went in a completely different direction. It kind of spider-webbed out. That's what that reminded me of just now.
And they scattered, and it's a 5-yard loss for the Tigers.
It never worked on the video game either.
There you go. So now it's a punt for Edwardsville. Redbirds back to field the punt. It is Newquist, and he has it at his own 30-yard line. He is knocked down there by 2, 3, 4 Tigers, and 2:55 to go in the game, and it's Alton ball once again. They're going to start inside their own 30-yard line.
Alton will take over.
Alton will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 27-yard line and give it one more shot. Hopefully not just one more shot, but give it another shot at the end zone.
Well, we mentioned the Redbirds shut out back in week number 2. That was 42-0. They had just the safety last week, 12-2. They lost to Collinsville. If you look at Edwardsville, they've had one shutout this year. That was back in week 2. They beat Chicago Corliss 46-0 in week number 2. Here comes Hook to the near side, number 5, Jake Hook, and he's out to the 25-yard line. It looks like he's going to lose a couple.
So that'll give the Redbirds a 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12.
2.5 minutes to go in the game. That's it. The Redbirds will fall to 0-7 with 2 to go.
It looks like most of the crowd is stuck around tonight, even on this cold October evening.
Newquist in motion. Williams going to throw. Now he's going to run. He has some room to the 30, out to the 33-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 8, but it's 3rd down, and he still needs about 5 more.
It's doable. I've seen the Redbirds bust a big play earlier tonight, but at this late stage of the game, what do they have left in their trick bag? Probably the most exciting play of the night was the long bomb to triplet, 47-yarder. But again, still no points on the board tonight for the red and gray, and we're down to 1:24 to go in the game. As the ball goes to Newquist over the right side. He breaks it outside to about the 35, a gain of 3. It's 4th down, though. Yeah, not quite enough to move the marker. A little bit shy, and the clock continues to run.
35.
Redbirds will probably punt the ball away. May run just one more play for Edwardsville because Newquist is out there, the punter, but we're under a minute to go in the ball game. A snappy ball game tonight with both teams really keeping it on the ground, and we're going to be less than 2 hours. It's not yet 9 o'clock, and Redbirds don't have enough players out there on the special teams, and now a player or two added to the Alton side, and there's a bad snap, and the Tigers pick it up. And with 24 seconds to go, they'll have the ball inside the Alton 30, but will likely just take a knee, and that'll be the ball game.
They will likely take a knee, but we've seen many things that didn't seem likely here tonight from the Tiger offense.
27-0 will likely be the final score tonight. Edwardsville 5-2 with the victory. They've only allowed 87 points this year. They pick up their second shutout of the year. Alton shut out on its side for the second time this season. And they will take a knee, and that will be the end of the ball game tonight. 4 touchdowns tonight for the Tigers. They win it 27-0 over the Alton Redbirds. Back with the post game from Public School Stadium in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Jack Schmidt Chevrolet, the #1 GM certified dealer in Southern Illinois. Olin Community Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Tycon Builders, 25 years of quality construction services. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Buy American. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.